What is going on, everybody? It is about time to get some bow fishing done. We have had a tremendous amount of rain down here in May and June, and it has caused my local lake to be extremely high. It's been 15, 20 feet above normal. I mean, most of the places I normally bow fish have been 20, 22 foot below water. It's been crazy. And I came down here yesterday to this spot where Gary and I made that last spear fishing video, hoping that I could get back into that field because it's finally dried out a little bit and they're turning some water loose, bringing it down, but it's not quite there yet. We're still 5-6 feet higher than we need to be before I can get into that field. But I got out here yesterday walking through these trees. I'm talking way in there deep with the snakes and alligators, and I found where the buffalo were feeding. Ah, we got him. We got him. It was so late yesterday when I got down here that it was getting dark and it was hard for me to see. So instead of trying to make a video and sitting there complaining and carrying on about how dark it was and how I couldn't see, I decided just to come back today and do some bow fishing with the sun up. And we are going to be using William Tell's Scout. I am just in love with this thing. It is their survival crossbow. It's got a 100-pound draw. I discovered yesterday that I can in fact cock this thing in the water without using the foot pedal, but you got to use your big boy muscles. It's all there. Now I just got a Muzzy bow fishing reel on a wrist strap because that bow does not have a place to hook. It doesn't have like a rail on it to hook a bow fishing rig, but this works real good. And then I got a regular bow fishing arrow. Now, last year, if y'all were watching the channel last year, with this exact bow, I was making fishing videos with those little slingshot darts. I was shooting those little slingshot darts out of this bow, and it was working real good. Let me tell you, it continued to work real good until it didn't. And I busted a limb. Had to replace it. It was a mess. So, don't do that. Get you a regular size bow fishing arrow for this crossbow. It's a full size crossbow. It shoots hard. If you're using the little darts, like I said, it'll work real good until it doesn't. So, good night there. Mosquitoes are thick. I got some bug spray. We're gonna get out there in those trees and see if we could shoot a whole bunch of buffalo. I'm going for buffalo. Maybe we'll find a carp. Here we go. There's one right there on that tree. Headshot. That did not take long. That just stoned him. That is a nice buffalo too. I hope I had that camera sitting at the right angle. I just in this very moment realized that I have an issue. Normally when I'm wading out through the swamp, I carry a stringer with me so that I could just drag the fish behind me and I never have to come out of the water. I brought a bucket today. So I'm gonna have to go back up onto the bank, shake the fish off, and then when I'm done, go get my bucket and run the bank and pick all the fish up. I'm rusty. Anyways, y'all don't care about that. Let's find another fish. I got one swimming right up to me here. I lost him in the grass here. There he is. Got him. Got him. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Survival bow. So y'all want to think about survival as a means for, you want a means for hunting. But the truth is, I've been out here less than an hour. First fish I got within about 10 minutes, and that'd be enough for me to eat all day. 15 minutes later, I got a second fish, and that would be enough for my whole family to eat all day. And I can fish, I can bow fish day in and day out for probably 9 out of the 12 months in the year. At least down here in the south anyways. Maybe 10 of the 12 months in the year. Y'all guys that hunt, y'all know it's not going to be that easy to feed yourself. So if you don't have some sort of means to bowfish, if you're going to put together a survival kit, I think you're cheating yourself. Let me get this fish up on the bank and we'll see if we can do another one. I could probably shoot 100 of them out here if I just ease through the water back and forth all day long. You'd probably feed a village. Here's another one feeding. See if I can. I lost him. This water's so deep here that they come up and then they go down, they come up and go down, but it's clear. Oh, that's a good one. Got him. Got him. So, bow fishing is a survival skill. If you don't know how to do it and call yourself a survivalist, I would learn, because that is a lot of meat right there. Look at the shoulders on that fish. And this bow right here gets a big fat thumbs up because it's strong enough to hunt with. We'll do some of that later when hunting season opens. But it's also light enough to bowfish with. So, and it collapses down, fits in a backpack. I think I'm about to collect all my fish up. I may ease around and shoot one more. I'm just not real sure. I promised Cap that I would take him to the lake and go swimming. The water's up real high, so there's some cliffs that you could jump off of. They don't get like that very often. The water has to be 12, 15 feet above normal before you could do it around here. I don't know. Let's go gather the fish up, maybe shoot one more, and then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it before we leave. I changed my mind. Let's talk about it on the way to pick the fish up, because it's pretty good ways over there where I left them other two. Now, let's be honest. If you're relying solely on your hunting skills to feed you in a survival situation, like as far as animals, you're probably gonna starve, clown. It's hard to hunt enough food in today's world to feed you for a prolonged period of time. But fish are easy to come by. You don't have to store them because they're smaller, so you shoot a fish or two, eat a fish or two, not worry about having to smoke nothing. The next day, do the same thing. That's survival 101. What's the easiest way to get calories without expending a whole bunch of calories? I would say that's bow fishing, or just fishing with a rod and reel. I can catch as many fish with a rod and reel as I can bow fishing. So here are these other two. I don't know. I would throw a rod and reel in a survival backpack if I was going to make one. I'm not much of a survivalist, to be honest with you. I'm more of a wing it kind of guy. But I don't think I would have much trouble if I needed to survive out here for a week or two or even a month, at least here in this area that I'm familiar with. And if I was going to do that, I would definitely have me a weapon that I could hunt and bowfish with. So I would say this one right here, this little survival bow, or one like it, right in the middle, like the recurve limb type bows, is what you're going to want to look for. Something that shoots just hard enough to hunt with, but not so hard that you can't bowfish with it. We're going to grab that last fish and go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate y'all watching. We will catch you next time.